Hello, QDRKJ here. Really nice to see you. In this video, I want to quickly go over how to use DroneSitter's track editor to create a simple track. Let's get started. Okay, first make sure you have logged in, and then let's open the sim. Once you land in the sim, pick an existing track that you want to build a new track on. For example, here, I want to build a track in this simple scene. I just clone an existing track, and then it will appear as the first one here. I just click into it. Now I have selected the one I just cloned, and then you can see this pencil icon here. Click on the pencil icon. Now we're in the track editor. Here I'll just give it a name. My test track or my demo track. Okay. So if there are any new changes, you can see the save button here has this star symbol there. Just click on it, and then all your changes will be saved. So first, let's remove the existing gates. Just click on this delete icon. By the way, all my keyboard typings will be shown on the left corner, so you can see what shortcuts I have used. For an overview of the supported shortcuts, you can click on this help icon here, and then you can see all the shortcuts. For example, for scene rotate, use mouse left button, the right button for pan, and then the center button for zooming. And then we'll also support undo, redo, and save. Also a bunch of geometry shortcuts. For example, here let's first add a gate. Right, here's my gate. There's some very important shortcuts here. Is well, of course you can also just use the UI. For example, now I'm focused on this move control. You can move it by dragging this arrow, and then there's also rotate. You can rotate the gate, right? And also there's resize. You can resize the gate by clicking on that. And then of course you can also use different shortcuts. For example, G for move, R for rotate, and S for scale. These shortcuts is very similar to how Blender handles similar transforms. And D for duplicate selected entity. And we're gonna use that a lot. Let's first add a start. Let's add a Stargate. I'm gonna put it here, rotate it, and then translate it. Now we have our first gate. Note that there's a little dot here. The dot means the direction of the gate. For example, now we're flying from the left to the right. The dot, because the dot is on the right. If you want to fly from right to left, you just rotate the gate so that the dot is facing the other way. So here we just need the facing the right. And now let's add a dive gate. I'm gonna move the dive gate here. So we first through the Stargate, and then we dive, right? And then I wanted to maybe exit from this corner. So for the gate, there's already a checkpoint attached, so you don't need to add an extra checkpoint. But for dive gate, you have to add extra checkpoints. The checkpoint is basically what the drone has to hit in order to say I have passed this gate. Let's add a checkpoint here. Similar to gate, checkpoint also has a dot too that tells you which direction it's going. Okay, let's add a checkpoint here. And then scale it. All right, so this is our checkpoint. Then people might ask, how do I tell which gate I should go first? The order is defined by the order on the in this list. For example, now we have this gate here, so you will go through the gate first and then this checkpoint. Now let's duplicate the checkpoint and create another one. To duplicate an element, press the shortcut D. Now we have a new checkpoint and it's selected. Now let's just move it here and then rotate it. Let's move it down. And then rotate it again because we want to come out of the dive gate. All right, that's a dive. Let's see what we want to do next. Maybe we can circle around these trees and do a ladder, or just this tree. Yeah, let's circle around this tree and do a ladder. The checkpoint. Let's first duplicate the checkpoint and put it here. We'll put it in the right place. Seems so. Okay, and then we go into a ladder. So let's add a ladder here. Okay, here's our ladder. So ladder doesn't come with checkpoints either, so let's duplicate this checkpoint and move it there. Let's do the ladder from top to bottom, which is easier. Okay, the size is not right, so let's scale it down. Make sure the checkpoint has almost the same size as the feature. Okay, let's rotate this. Actually, let's just keep it facing that way because we did a right turn here. Let's do a left turn here. Oh, sorry. Move the ladder. I should select the checkpoint. And then let's duplicate the checkpoint. Another one. Another one. Oh, the ladder is a little bit too low. Let's drag it up a little bit. So you can see the overlap between the ladder and the ground here. Let's drag it up a little bit so it doesn't overlap too much. Now we have to move our checkpoint as well. Moving the checkpoint up a little bit. Okay, now we have our ladder. So basically we'll do a left turn here and then do the ladder. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a right turn here. Maybe do it, let's just use this pole here. We can also add a pole. So we come out from here and then let's say we circle around this tree and then go back. Circle around this tree, then let's add a checkpoint at this tree. Okay, this checkpoint is a little bit off. Let's move it here. Still duplicating this checkpoint. Now you have to be careful. Now this checkpoint is somehow before the ladder checkpoint, right? You can reorder the checkpoint by dragging it simply. Now I would drag it to the last. Let's drag it after ladder as well, just to be clear. The ladder, since it doesn't participate in the track order, so the order of the ladder element itself doesn't matter. Okay, let's move this checkpoint to the place we want. Let's rotate it. Maybe resize it a little bit because different folks might take the lines differently. Or we can also add a panel here so people don't go beneath it. Yeah, let's add a panel here. You can add a panel by clicking on this panel here. And then let's move the panel to the place we want. And rotate it. And let's also scale it. All right, try to make the position right. So when you make the checkpoint, make sure it's a little bit larger than the space. So if people takes a really tight line, you can still correctly count it. Okay, now after the ladder, we come to this space. We come to the gap of the tree. We do a left turn, and then let's say we add a pole here, and then we come back to our Stargate. Yeah, let's add a cone. Add a cone here. Well, actually, let's just do a gate. Let's just add a gate. You can click on. You can delete the element by pressing delete. And then let's add another gate. In the middle. I know the order is not right, and we're gonna handle that. So let's just drag the gate after the checkpoint 7, right? Oh, sorry, I mistakenly pressed the D. We just undo it. Okay, let's quickly go over, see whether it works. Okay, so first we have the launch point, and then we go through the first gate. This panel here doesn't participate in the track either, it's just a block. But for clarity, we can move it close to the checkpoint where it's guarding against. Now I'm just gonna move it here. Okay, let's come back to the track. We have launch point, first gate, and then the dive gate. Dive gate, we have the first checkpoint, second checkpoint. Direction looks right. And then we go around this tree. And then we go through the ladder. 1, 2, 3. Then we come to the next checkpoint. We do a left turn here, and then enter the last gate. That's 1 lap. Cool. This is then a draft track. There will need some fine tuning. For example, to make sure the checkpoint aligns with obstacles well. For example, here there's still some gap, right? But initially you can get the draft right first, and then handle all the details. And then you can do some quick fly through to make sure it feels right. Then once you are ready, you can do the final tweaks. And eventually, if you are very comfortable with the track, you can go to the scene editor. Find the track, for example here, this is my demo track, and click on this ... You can now publish your track. Once your track is published, people will be able to see it under this public tab, and then fly it. Cool, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.